At first glance, this painting presents itself as a traditional still life, a composition of glassware, a sealed jar, scattered objects, and a delicate object bearing a red wax seal. But as the eye moves deeper, the scene unfolds with layers of subtle storytelling. The two glasses stand prominently, their surfaces reflecting an unseen light. They are empty, yet filled with the echoes of past gatherings, past conversations. Their transparency allows for a glimpse of what lies beyond, a fragmented background, a distorted reflection of time. To the left, a jar sealed with fabric contains an object that appears almost skeletal, a memento preserved in glass, a memory held captive. Nearby, a torn page, a symbol of something written, something left behind. Below it, a box with a letter or decree, once sealed with wax, now opened, a message from the past, or perhaps a future yet to be revealed. At the right, a human figure, possibly Twineman from the painting Mechanical Catfish, reaches outward in an ambiguous motion. Are they welcoming, longing, or warning? Their form is partially consumed by the surrounding textures, as if dissolving into the background, becoming part of the landscape itself. Scattered elements, a dried citrus slice, a broken bottle, a fragile arrangement of paper and fabric, suggest a moment frozen in transition. This is not merely a still life, it is a meditation on impermanence, on memory, on the delicate interplay between presence and absence. In Zen, the still life is never truly still. The objects we see are not static, but part of a larger unfolding. The empty glasses once held liquid. The parchment once carried an unwritten thought. The reaching figure once stood firm before it began to fade. This painting reminds us of the transient nature of all things. Like a haiku, capturing the briefest of moments, it presents a scene poised between past and future. Nothing here is permanent. The wax seal, once fresh, has hardened. The citrus, once ripe, has dried. The glass, once filled, now stands empty. Yet, within this impermanence, there is beauty. In Zen practice, we learn to appreciate things not despite their impermanence, but because of it. To see a moment as it is, before it fades, is the essence of presence. This composition resonates with hexagram 23, Po splitting apart, a symbol of disintegration, of the natural process by which structures erode and give way to new formations. The scattered objects suggest a moment of transition, where things are neither fully whole nor entirely broken. The wax-sealed letter, the drying fruit, the dissolving figure, all point toward a theme of change. But Po is not a hexagram of destruction. It is a reminder that what crumbles must crumble so that something new may emerge. The wise person does not resist this movement, but observes it, understanding that dissolution is not an end, but a stage within a greater cycle. Empty yourself of everything. Let the mind rest at peace. The 10,000 things rise and fall while the self watches their return. Lao Tzu. In this painting, emptiness is not a void, but a space where change unfolds. The empty glasses are not symbols of loss, but of openness. They wait, unburdened, ready to be filled again. The parchment, though unread, still carries possibility. The wax seal, though hardened, speaks to the moment it was pressed, when it was still warm and malleable. The Tao teaches us to move with this flow, to release our grip on what was, to allow what is to take shape, to recognize that emptiness is not absence, but potential. This painting is a visual meditation on that lesson. We often speak about how we construct meaning from fragments. We build narratives around what we see, what we remember, what we expect. But reality does not conform to these constructions. It shifts, dissolves, reforms. Here, the fragmented nature of the objects in the painting, echoes of time, invites interpretation, yet resists conclusion. Is the figure reaching forward or fading away? Is the sealed letter a relic of the past or a message for the future? Is the scene before us about preservation or decay? We would suggest that meaning is not fixed. It is something we bring to the moment, something that shifts as we engage with it. This painting does not tell a single story. It allows us to find our own within it. We often speak of art as an act of listening, of allowing the work to reveal itself rather than forcing it into a predetermined shape. This painting embodies that principle. It does not demand an answer. It does not impose a narrative. It invites us to pause, to observe, to feel. The empty glasses, the sealed letter, the reaching figure, these are elements of a story, but they do not complete it. They leave space for the viewer to enter, to bring their own experiences, their own emotions, their own interpretations. Great art does not tell us what to think. It creates a space where thought can emerge. This painting does exactly that. This still life is not about stillness. It is about movement, about the way time moves through objects, about the way meaning shifts as we engage with it. It is a meditation on presence, on impermanence, on the beauty of what is fleeting. The glasses will be filled again. The letter may yet be opened. The figure may be reaching for something unseen, or perhaps it is already dissolving into memory. We do not need to know. We only need to see. Pause for a moment. Look at the objects around you. What do they hold? What stories do they tell? What is waiting to be noticed before it fades? Like the sealed letter in this painting, there are things in your life that remain unopened, unspoken, unfinished. What would it mean to open them? To fill the empty glasses? To acknowledge what is dissolving? Take a moment today. Be present with what is. To recognize the beauty in transition. To see fully before it is gone.